In this video, I just want to quickly talk you through email automation and kind of some of the advanced things that you can do with it, because in the previous video I just explained creating an email autoresponder where someone opts in and it sends them an email and then another email and then another email, and it will keep sending them emails no matter what until you remove them or they remove themselves from that list, which works, and that's a good way of doing it, and that's how most people are doing it still at this moment in time. But now email automation software is getting a lot more advanced, and even on like the basic plan of GetResponse, you can do a lot more. So in this video, I'm going to talk you through kind of some little tricks that you can do, and these basically allow you to get a much higher open rate on your emails. So I'll just talk you through it now. So this is a workflow behind me. I'm going to create one of these with you in this video, but I'll just show it you as an example now. So someone subscribes to my email list up here, and then I'm tagging them with a tag which I've created, which is $1 Million Group. So as soon as they subscribe to this marketing email list, which is just a generic marketing tips email list, I can tag them and say, well, they've come from the $1 Million Group. So I know where they've come from, but they're on the same list. So that's one thing you can do with automation. Then what I do is I send them a welcome email. So that's instantaneously. They get tagged and then I send them an email straight away. So that's my soap opera email. So just like the traditional autoresponder, they opt in, they receive an email. But then there's this option which you can add, which says when welcome email, when this email basically, soap opera sequence, is opened, what do you want me to do? So it's when it's opened, I want you to wait a day and then send them the second email. But when it's not opened, what I want you to do is send them, wait a day, and if it's not open within a day, that's what you set it to, I want you to send them that email again. Because obviously, and then just to follow that on, and then after that, you then wait a day, and then they're back into the same sequence. And the reason I've done that is because this second email and this third email won't make that much sense if someone doesn't read the first email. So obviously I want them to read the first email. So maybe they just missed it. Maybe they received loads of emails and just missed the first email. And rather than just keep sending them the next email and the next email and the next email, I want to kind of try again to send them this email. So that's what I do. And that is a really basic automation just on the first email. But you can keep dragging that out, and you can say, well, if they don't open this email, then maybe they're not good. I can remove them from my list because they're not opening any emails, or I can send them again, or I can send them a completely different sequence, or I can send them a variation of the subject line. So maybe the subject line on this email is just not grabbing their attention. So what I do is if they don't open it, I send them the exact same email, but with a slightly different subject line, and that grabs their attention, and maybe that's what's going to make them open. So then what you're doing is you're sending the exact same email out, and if you send it to 100 people, 50 of them open the first one, that's great, and then you change the subject line and send it again to the people that didn't open it, and maybe another 25 people open it. So you're getting a 75% open rate on the exact same email just because you had the option to change the subject line. So it can be really effective. So I'll just talk you through kind of building one of these really quickly. So I'm just going to go back here. So you just go to automation here rather than email marketing. And then what you do is you create your automation messages in here. So you create draft and just follow the same steps as the previous video. Or you can also import emails that you already have in the autoresponder if maybe you want to upgrade to this option. And then what you do, you go to manage workflows and create workflow. And then there's loads of templates, but you can just build from scratch. It's probably the quickest, easiest way to go. And it got some training on. And then ultimately, we want it to start off with when someone subscribes. So if someone subscribes to our email list, we're specific, and then maybe it's this testing one. I want to send them an email. So maybe I just want to go send them a message. Now you do is connect it up, drag, send them message, properties, automation, soap opera, email 1. So it's this case of just dragging it down. Then maybe I want to see whether they actually opened that. So then we just look here for message opened. We connect them two up. And so we send them that email. Did they open it? If they did open it, that's what we want them to do, great. Well, we're actually going to wait a day. So we just put this one here, which is wait 1 day. Or you can choose however long you want to wait. You can set all that up, and even on certain days. And then what I want to do is actually want to send them the second email. So we just go here. I can't find one. Autoresponder. Soap opera email 2. And that's it. But then what happens if they don't open this email? Then this is where you can have some fun. You start like sending the same email but with different subject lines. So you can go, right, okay, well, if they don't open that, I want to send them this. And this is automatically set if they don't open it within 1 day. So you've got a day for them to open it. If they open it within a day, they'll just move on to this. If they don't open it, you're going to send them this message. Now, the laziest way to do this is just send the exact same one, which is what I sometimes do. Just be like, especially if it's a welcome email, I'm like, hello, your welcome email's here. But you can have a bit more fun with it. It could be like, you didn't open my previous email, and you can start to really interact with them. And then you can say, right, I'm gonna send this email, which is a variation of that one, say for instance. And then you can say, well, did they open this one? And then you can go, yes, they did open that. So if they did open it, then you can just wait a day and then send them back onto that. So you're bringing them back into the sequence. If they didn't open it, maybe you want to tag them and say, I'm going to assign a tag, I'm going to create a tag, and not opened, something like that, not opened that. And you can just leave them there and build that tag and maybe delete them if you want, or you can even do that from here, like remove them, or you could maybe try and send them another email. And that's how it is, and you've just got a lot more control over it. And then you can say, right, well, okay, well, I've sent this second email, and this email's got a link to my YouTube channel in. I'm going to promote this YouTube channel or whatever. Then you can say, well, is the link clicked? And if they did click the link in that video, it shows that they're interested in whatever I posted the video about. So then maybe I want to add them to a brand new sequence all about YouTube. And then you can go, right, okay, well, I'm going to move them to a different list because they're super interested. Or maybe you want to, if they didn't click it, it shows that they're opening emails, but maybe they're not interested in that. So you can add them to a separate list. And that is it. And just build it up and build it up and build it up. And you've got so much control. I mean, it's best if you just come in and have a play with this. And you can even say if they visited a landing page, which is more advanced. I don't use this yet. But if they visited your landing page, then you know that they visited it because there's like a cookie on that or a tracking pixel. Then you can send them a certain email based on that. Or if they got to a checkout, you can say, well, you got to the checkout, but you didn't purchase. And then they send them in emails. So the possibilities are really advanced what you can do with this. But if you just want to start out, stick to the main one, or maybe just build a really simple sequence in this. And then as time goes by, you can start to add variation emails in that. And that's really effective. Okay, that's everything for this video.